They were supposed to be celebrating asterisk balloons, streamers, a backyard full of kids, and a giant banner that read Happy 7th Birthday, Zion, but all of that joy vanished the moment 3 police cruisers screeched to a stop outside the house. Darius Cole, quiet, disciplined, a father who worked 2 jobs, barely had a second to react before officers poured into his yard, shouting commands over the sound of terrified children screaming. Asterisk, whose party is this? One officer barked. We got a report of illegal activity. Asterisk, it's just my son's birthday, Darius said, holding his palms out, trying not to panic. Zion clung to his leg, trembling, but the cops didn't listen. They never do. Asterisk, within seconds, they were ripping down decorations, stomping on wrapped presents, tossing tables aside as if Darius were some criminal hiding weapons under the cake. Asterisk. One officer grabbed the cake itself, a 3-tiered superhero cake. Darius had saved 4 months to afford and smashed it onto the grass. Asterisk, kids cried. Parents yelled. Asterisk, and Darius just stood there, swallowing his anger. Because any wrong move could mean the difference between life and death. Zion's lip quivered. Daddy, they ruined my birthday. That was the moment Darius's heart snapped. He tried one last time. Asterisk, officer, please, there has to be a mistake. We didn't do anything. Asterisk, the sergeant stepped up, smirking. Asterisk, you people always say that. Those words, you people. Asterisk, Darius inhaled slowly, the kind of breath a man takes right before his entire life changes. Asterisk. He didn't argue, he didn't fight, he didn't reach for anything. He simply pulled out his phone and made a call, a calm, controlled, perfectly precise call. Asterisk, sir, he said into the phone. I need execution of Protocol 7. Immediate review of incident at my location. The sergeant scoffed. Protocol. Who does this guy think he is? But Darius didn't look at him. He was looking at his shaking son, brushing crumbs of the ruined cake from his hair. 30 seconds. That's all it took. Asterisk 30 seconds before the world changed. Asterisk 4. Black SUVs rolled up so fast, the officers spun around in shock. Asterisk, men in suits stepped out. Men the cops immediately recognized. Asterisk, internal affairs, federal oversight, civil rights division. Asterisk, and walking in the center, Commander Ava Sheridan, head of the Federal Police Accountability Bureau. Asterisk, the sergeant stammered. We didn't, this isn't. But Ava walked straight past him and stopped 2 feet from Darius. Commander Cole, she said sharply. Are you injured? Is your family safe? Every cop froze. Commander. Asterisk, as in military command. Asterisk, as in federal authority. Asterisk, Darius nodded faintly. We're okay now. Asterisk, Ava's eyes swept the yard, destroyed decorations, crying children. A birthday cake flattened into the dirt. Her jaw tightened. Officers, she said, her voice slicing through the air. You carried out an unverified raid on private property. No warrant, no threat, no probable cause. The sergeant tried to speak. We got a noise complaint. Ava cut him off. So you responded by destroying a child's birthday party? Silence. Batman, she said firmly, pointing at Darius. Is Colonel Darius Coley, Medal of Valor recipient, crisis response advisor to the federal government, and the man who trained half of the tactical units in this state. He has done more to protect this country than any of you have. Mouths dropped open. One officer whispered, Colonel, but she wasn't done. You humiliated him in front of his son. You terrified children. You abused your authority. She turned to her team. Effective immediately. Every officer present is suspended pending federal investigation. Confiscate their badges and weapons. Asterisk, wait please. One officer begged, panic rising. We didn't know who he was. Ava didn't even blink. That's the problem. Asterisk, one by one. Badges hit the ground. Guns were collected. The officers stood there realizing their careers had ended in the exact time it took for one man to dial one phone number. Asterisk. Then Ava kneeled in front of Zion. Asterisk, sweetheart, she said softly. I'm so sorry this happened. We're going to fix your birthday. All of it. You have my word. Asterisk, Zion sniffed. They broke my cake. Ava smiled gently. Then we'll get you a better one. Her team sprang into action. Within 20 minutes, catering trucks, a portable stage, and a clown squad arrived. A magician, face painters, a brand new superhero cake bigger than the original. Asterisk, it looked like a Hollywood film set by the time they were done. Asterisk, Zion's tears turned into laughter. Parents whispered in disbelief, stared from their windows as officials rebuilt a birthday party from scratch. Asterisk, and Darius. Asterisk, he stood there quietly, watching his son smile again. Ava approached him. You could have ordered them arrested, she said. Asterisk, you had every right. Why didn't you? Darius sighed, staring at the officers being escorted away. Because my son was watching, he replied. Asterisk, if I responded with anger, he learns anger. Asterisk, if I respond with control, he learns strength. Ava nodded slowly. And what do you want him to learn from today? Asterisk, Darius looked at Zion now, running around with friends. Cake frosting on his cheeks, joy restored. Asterisk, that even when people try to break you, he said softly, you stay standing, with dignity and truth on your side. Ava touched his shoulder. You're a good father, Colonel. Asterisk, he exhaled, the weight finally lifting. Asterisk, no, I'm just trying to be the father I wish I had. She smiled. Well, today, you were more than that. Asterisk, as the sun set, music played, kids danced, and for the first time that day, the world felt right again. Asterisk, later that night, after everyone had left, and Zion was asleep, Darius walked into the yard, staring at the crushed remains of the original cake still lying in the grass. Asterisk. He closed his eyes, and whispered to the darkness, "For my son, I will always rise." Asterisk, because that's who he was. Not just a soldier, not just a commander, a protector, a father. Asterisk, a man who refused to let injustice steal one more moment of his child's life. Asterisk, and somewhere deep inside, he hoped those officers now, stripped of everything, would learn something too. Asterisk, the kind of lesson that echoed long after the lights went out. Asterisk, moral of the story? Asterisk, strength isn't measured by how loud you shout or how hard you strike, but by the courage to protect your loved ones without becoming the very thing that harmed you. Justice may take time, but truth always finds its voice.